Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today we are checking out the 4K extended gameplay trailer for Ghostwire Tokyo. Now, I will say I don't know a ton about what this game is like supposed to be, because really before this showcase and everything that came out recently, we didn't have a whole lot of information about Ghostwire Tokyo. It was shown off as one of the games that was like gonna like try to be a system seller for the PlayStation 5, and then it just got delayed, and then it got delayed, and then got the pandemic, and it got delayed some more, and then Microsoft bought Bethesda, and everyone was like, what the fuck does that mean? Is it still gonna come to PlayStation 5? I don't actually know. Do you know? Yo, devs, what's going on with this? And they're like, we don't know. And then Microsoft is like, hey, we'll honor the agreement that it's still coming to PlayStation 5. And when everyone's like, oh, okay, what is it? I don't know. So here we are. The trailers that we got before this were like, all right, so you're a dude. It's modern day Tokyo, and there's ghosts. All right, have a good day. The name of the game is Ghostwire Tokyo. Peace out. We're like, all right. But here we are. They had like a 22-minute full showcase for the game. It releases relatively soon, but we're only watching the gameplay portion of it. There's a second half to this showcase. This is only 9 minutes. It goes on to like 22. The other half is them interviewing the devs and talking about different things. If you're interested in that, I'll leave a link to the full showcase down in the description below. But I just want to see the gameplay and see if the gameplay itself captures me. Because that's what's important. Because somebody trying to describe it in a pitch at a table during an interview is very different from me just getting to see it. So, without further ado, let's begin. That is loud.
Welcome to Ghostwire Tokyo, a supernatural action-adventure thriller set in an eerie, haunting vision of Tokyo, with explosive first-person combat and dangerous monsters at its core. After nearly all of Tokyo's population,
we just got done playing Neo. That was unsettling.
The city is flooded with supernatural creatures.
Great.
Our story begins here, in the fallout of the vanishing. You awake in the deserted streets of Tokyo, with an unknown voice inside your head and strange, elemental powers coursing through your veins. Possessed by a mysterious spirit named KK, who has his own agenda.
KK Slider? Does he have a guitar?
To unravel the truth behind the disappearances and save the city from this twisted nightmare. In Ghostwire Tokyo, you'll harness an arsenal of powerful abilities through a mystic art known as ethereal weaving. Channeling raw ether, such as wind.
I feel like this game looks like it wanted to be a VR game.
As the story unfolds, you'll learn to upgrade and master these abilities based on your play style, incorporating powerful core grabs.
No!
And perfectly timed blocks, all to devastating effect.
Perfect blocks? Is it a Soulsian?
Alongside your abilities, you'll have a range of more traditional and mystical tools at your disposal.
Looks a lot like Neo, actually.
Are a central part of Ghostwire Tokyo. And with the Tengu ability,
give us some
players
sugar.
can travel and maneuver through the city with ease. Areas of dense fog not only harbor dark energy that drains your health, but are infested with deadly paranormal creatures.
That's scary.
To clear these infected areas, you'll need to cleanse corrupted torii gates scattered throughout the city. And by freeing untethered souls, you'll acquire experience to upgrade your ethereal abilities. Throughout Tokyo, you'll discover strange distortions in reality known as Utena spaces, where time and space themselves cannot be trusted. And the only way to complete your mission is to power through them. In this video, we want to bring together these mechanics to show you the world's first extended gameplay preview of Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah, how does this actually play? Like, I'm going to pause it real quick. Like, I want to know, like, so it looks cool, right? Like, they're doing hand signs and shit, and they're probably getting ready to tell us, but how do you actually, like, say which abilities you want to use? How does it work? What is the interface in terms of how do I control what I'm doing? Power through. It is the way. It's your favorite, right?
We pick up at a moment
punch
where Akito
straight
and
forward
KK have
until
been
it works.
separated, leaving Akito with only his wits and traditional weapons. Akito must track the spirit down. Sneak attacks and core grabs are a great way to clear your path without attracting unwanted attention.
Okay. Can't be 1 through 7 left mouse button because this is on PlayStation 5. Could have like a weapon wheel, but it didn't look like an ability wheel style game. Shouldn't have touched it. Now look what you did. Who's gonna pay for that? Hi.
助けに来るって分かってたような口ぶりだな。
助け？何様のつもりだ？俺の力が必要だから来た。そういうことだろ。
で、来るんだろ一緒に。
人に物を頼む態度じゃねえな。
頼んではいない。取引だ。
Main character has fantastic eyelashes.
後悔すんなよ。
He stole his clothes.
Now that you're reunited with KK, you can use his powers again and gain access to devastating supercharged attacks.
Hold on, wait.
From now on, as you fight,
I'm looking at the interface over here, right? So he's on like whirlwind, 5, 10. We see like 30 wind, 5 fire, 10 water.
Now that you're reunited with KK, you can use his powers again and gain.
He used something that's depleting the yellow gauge in the corner.
Access to devastating
like looks like a pseudo
attacks.
Witch Time style effect.
From now on, as you fight, you'll charge your synergy with KK. At full charge, you can enter wire in mode to boost your powers.
Yeah, okay. So the little colored triangles we saw earlier, they were like elements that you're collecting.
You'll need to latch on to the nearest Tengu yokai.
Tengu? Hell no.
These creatures are not only the fastest way to get around, but they also open a new dimension to the city.
Oh, they're just grapple points.
The
Okay.
corrupted Torii Gate is just ahead. Cleanse it to clear out some of the sinister fog throughout the city.
Alright, so currently okay, he switched to fire and then back to wind. Drop some elemental stuff. What happens if you run out?
As you progress, your powers will grow. And with many enemy archetypes to fight, you'll need to evolve your abilities and strategies to take on
Yeah, but it looks like he only has 2 arrows. Before he had 10. Can you completely run out? Because that would suck.
the city, and you'll also find other tools and weapons, like these talismans to
Probably
expand your
also have a
combat
melee weapon.
options.
Yeah, maybe. Hold on. Wait. Go back. That was there for the smallest
Expand your
fucking
combat
moment.
options.
Okay, so we got like fire, wind, water, fire, arrows, lightning talisman, and then it looks like some sort of starburst and like, I'm guessing like a vine trap of some sort. We saw the gear roll twice. I must have missed the one earlier. You get different effects on the elements based on how long you charge them. You have another ability of like pulling out their soul. There's one that's like if you sneak up on them, and then there's this one right here where it's kind of like a finisher move. Looks like the different elements have different strengths, not necessarily like there's probably certain enemies that have certain weaknesses, but wind is light hit, water is medium, fire is heavy.
Your way through Tokyo.
Oh, he's getting his ass kicked. Okay, currently it actually looks like the elements kind of just always function the same way. It just, you get slightly different effects of what they already do if you charge them up. Like, fire is always a fireball, but you can get a bigger, stronger fireball if you charge it.
楽しんでいただけましたでしょうか。本日ご紹介したのは本作のほんの一部です。まだまだお見せしていない要素がたくさんありますので、
This game looks
楽しみにお
freaky
待
and
ちくださ
awesome.
い。ゴーストワイヤー東京は3月25日発売予定です。
March 25th. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. You guys might have wanted to think a little bit. Wait, what were you about to say? Deluxe edition what? Three-day full game early access on the PlayStation 5 store. Oh my god. The Shinobi outfit. Oh man. And the exclusive streetwear pack for the low price of an extra $20. Okay, it might not actually be like 20. Actually, you know, it probably is like 20. Man, March 25th, I mean, I guess maybe they're hoping to dodge be like, all right, well, you guys just spent 2 months devouring Elden Ring and Horizon Forbidden West and everything else that's coming out in February and March. Do you want something different? Is that the pitch they're going for? Because I feel like releasing anything in the next like 2 or 3 months is just asking to have your sales be disappointing. At least this game is very different from everything else out there, right? Like, man, there are not many games that I can think of that look like this. I have played some games that have a similar aura, have a similar, not necessarily just aesthetic, but a similar atmosphere. The one that actually made me think of the most was we played a game called Home Sweet Home a while back that featured Taiwanese ghosts, and you keep on going to different points in time, essentially, trying to figure out what happened to your wife in that game. And some of the aesthetics within that game actually kind of feel very similar to this one. Although the gameplay is very different because you are basically helpless in Home Sweet Home. This game you actually get to, you know, fight back and defend yourself and stuff like that. So, but that looked very cool. I am curious how deep the combat gets because it did look like the 3 elements were very simple. It looked like you essentially had like arrow with wind, a slice blade with water, and a fireball explosion with fire. And the only thing different between them was just if you charged it, you got a stronger version of what that element already does. Also, it looked like the enemies, there were very few variations of them. The enemy design is good, right? Like, I liked what the enemies that were presented, but we didn't see anything like a boss fight at all. And we saw, like, Slender Man, Toru from My Hero Academia, freaking creepy teeth lady, Six from Little Nightmares, and creepy sheet ghosts, right? Was there anything else? Oh, Scissor Lady. So I could immediately think of 6 enemies total that we saw, and enemy variety is really important. And just making an enemy bigger but still being the same enemy, or making it the same enemy but a different color, can be. Tengu was not enemy, and that's why I didn't list it, because it was just a movement option. So they just had the showcase today on the PlayStation Twitch channel. Looks like they use motion capture for all the movements. Yeah, it looks really good. Those are based on some pretty traditional spirits, right? And I'm not saying that they look bad, and I'm like they presented well. The concern that I have is just, depending on how long this game is supposed to be, 6 enemy types is not very many, and that could get stale extremely quickly. And I mentioned we didn't see anything like a boss fight. They mentioned the corrupted areas that'll drain your health. There was the big thing, right? When they were talking about the areas that drain your health. Where is that? Can we... let me see if I can find it. It was a pretty big showcase. I realized that we did see something. Let's go back a little bit farther. Here. There's this big thing, right? Whatever that thing is. There's this big thing that they were hauling around. But
Deadly paranormal.
yeah, this one right here, this one scares the fuck out of me. That's scary as shit. Hell no. Hell no. That one scares me. But they show more spirits on the showcase. Okay, good. It's just a concern. You know, honestly, I don't know if it's a game that I'd be willing to drop $70 on day one, but it's a game that I would love to probably play later on for $30, but it's definitely something that, even though I think I'll enjoy it, I like what it's pitching, I like what it looks like, it looks fun, it looks cool, it doesn't look like a game that is going to get $70 out of me. It's really hard nowadays for me to be like, you want $70 for that? Fuck yeah. This is not one of them. Like, I could probably heavily consider it if I was looking for a game that I wanted to play and it was $50. And it would probably be a very easy sale for me at 30, but that full 70. But I like it. I like what I saw. I need to know the length for me to be willing to drop 70. Yeah, it's a hard sell. It's a hard sell. And it's not because it looks bad. It's because 70 is a lot. I need more than 3-day early access and some cosmetics. Oh, no, 70 is just the base game. You're paying 80 or 90 or 100 for that 3-day early access and cosmetics. $70 is the base price for PlayStation 5 games now. That's just what they come stock on the shelf. That deluxe edition is an additional $10 to $30. Shadow Warrior 3 is $45 brand new. Yeah, but that's also because Devolver Digital's behind him, and Devolver Digital is like, will tell you to go fuck yourself and then give you a present as you leave. So, you know, it's a little bit different in that circumstance. I also get the impression that Shadow Warrior 3 is not very long with what we've seen in the trailers. But to you watching right now, what did you think of Ghostwire Tokyo? And have you been following this? This game has been floating around, floating spirits anyway, like kind of in the background a lot. It's one of those things that at a lot of PlayStation showcases, especially for the PlayStation 5, that it'll get a mention, it'll get a nod, you'll see a clip of it, it'll be in like a sizzle reel. I did see the dog. It was on the street, and the guy like jumped over a car to like take the Tengu up. But what did you think? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. If you know more about this game than I do, if you've watched that full showcase or something like that, let me know. I'd love some more information. I'm not exactly going to want to go seek it out myself because I'm lazy, and it's not that important to me that I need to go hunting for it. But I do read all the comments, and I try to respond to every single one of them, so please leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Otherwise, if you want to keep up the conversation somewhere else, 2 great places to do so are on Discord and Twitter. server. And speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to the reactions where you can place links of your own, and we'll check them out on stream together because we do stream 4 days a week on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and we'd love to see you there. If you enjoyed this reaction, please consider dropping it a like. If you would like to catch future videos, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you go watch one of those other YouTube videos, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.